Hey, welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast, episode number 100. I know that we like to joke around and attempt to have a good time each week on the show, but I do need to take a second and get a little serious. This past week, the BLC and the world lost a friend of the show to an unfortunate and accidental drug overdose. All of our prayers and thoughts are with our collective members as they are forced to try and cope with losing a friend, a son, and a brother. If you or anyone you know is struggling with addiction to drugs or alcohol, please encourage them to seek help. I know it can be hard to be the bad guy or to possibly risk losing a relationship with someone close to you by attempting to help them to find some help, but I can assure you that the pain and discomfort you may experience is nothing compared to what our collective family is experiencing right now. Please visit help.org. They can give you tips and information that could literally save a loved one's life. If you don't have anyone that you think you can turn to, please reach out to us via social media and we will help you. We love all of our listeners. And we want you all to be around to listen to all of the shows that we make for as long as possible. Drug and alcohol addictions are both serious and deadly, and we never want to make this sort of announcement again. But if it saves one life or helps one person, it's well worth it. We love you all and hope for nothing but the best for you and all your loved ones. Alan, please start the show.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
You're Freddy.
Young Freddy.
Yeah, that was the young Freddy.
Oh, this was 100 episodes ago, man.
It was.
Wow,
Wow.
that was last week.
A long time ago.
Oh, dog. This podcast show getting old.
Man, she still looks the same.
Look
From the
at
first 100 episodes.
Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Alan on the board.
Change the intro after this episode.
No, you're not.
Forever.
Now, you change the intro, just don't pull the music.
I know.
And now, let's start the damn show.
The damn show.
Welcome, one and all, to the 100th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. Thank you, Alan. We are officially 100, and we look every fucking day of it. We're so glad that you joined us. And it's true. We were even talking about that in the intro. We're so glad you joined us, and we do appreciate your support very much. You can keep up with us at blcpodcast.com. Please drop us a like or a follow on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and our TikTok. We would also love it if you guys would share the show with your friends, rate us on your favorite podcast apps, and just in general, make us famous. But if you don't want to make us famous and do all that work, you can just throw some money at us at patreon.com/BLCworld. We'll
Make
take
it rain on us. Make it rain.
Yeah, we are, of course, broadcast on the Pop Culture Pros Network. Check them out at popculturepros.com. And now, for what feels like the 100th time, but it's only the 98th, it's Fred.
Woo! That's right.
He's
It's
so
me,
excited.
baby. 100 episode. Get down. Get dirty.
Coming with the heat.
Coming with the heat and the mashed potatoes. Yeah. All right. Also coming in with the
could've
same
just said, "And there's
energy as
Alan."
me. Here's Alan.
Yeah, that's me with the mashed potatoes.
There you go. Man. I don't know if it was this kind of party, and I stuck my dick in the mashed potatoes. It's true. So welcome. We're so glad you joined us. We're so glad that you've stuck with us through 100 episodes, plus give or take, I think 3 other bonus episodes and stuff like that.
I want to say I want to clarify something. Matt said reach out to us. I think he was talking about help.org. Don't reach out to the Black
No.
Lincoln Collective,
If there's anything we can do to help,
I
no,
don't know
seriously,
if
if you don't
I
have
can
any,
help you.
well, no, I'm just going to go to help.org like I told him to do,
I'm gonna freak
and
out
then say, here you go.
if I get an email.
Have you ever
from-
had an email in
from-
your life, friend?
Yeah, from Kohl's,
We're not- yeah.
Bass Pro Shop.
Well,
like
maybe you're the one that
Walmart.
needs help.org. Then. All I get is like, hey,
They tell me about the deals.
we want to make your podcast famous. Give us $300, and I'm like, that's-
Yeah,
we get a
I've
lot of
fallen
those.
for that in the van.
we have
before.
different algorithms, so we get different.
Yeah, they're like,
emails.
it's real. They're like, I am very real for you. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, do you know Freedom K Radio? And they're like, oh, we love Freedom K Radio. So,
It's the best.
That's a
the
throwback.
best radio.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's 100 episode.
That's yeah. There you go.
there you go.
God, Eagle scream.
That's Alan's job to do that. So again, we are so thankful you made it. We're, like I said, we didn't know that we'd ever get to 100, and yet
Right.
here we are, limping on along. Limping on along as we go. But Fred,
Yes, man.
when you reach a milestone like 100 or whatever, or 101, whatever it is, hey, happy 100.
Happy 100.
We're keeping it 100. We can say
Two
that.
exclamation marks.
Yeah.
Happy 100. So, when you get to a milestone, Fred, you gotta you gotta pause. You gotta take inventory
Yeah,
of
reflect.
everything. And sometimes it's nice to take a little walk down memory lane, Fred.
Oh, back down memory.
So what I want to do is I'd like to go around and get you guys to just give me, if you have any, some of your favorite moments from our first 100 episodes. And Alan, ideally, so I'm going to tell you this right now, Alan ideally would go back and cut these in. But I think we both know he's not going to do
That's
that.
not gonna happen.
So you will have to just go back and listen to every episode again to find the parts that we're talking about. So Fred, do you have any that stand out to you?
Yeah, man. I remember there was one episode and this is kind of like this may even be in the hidden episodes,
Uh-oh.
but when you fell out that chair, you broke that chair.
Broken chair.
Yeah, broken chair. Yeah,
I think that's like episode
number
12.
2.
No, I think it's like
12?
episode 12 or something.
Yeah,
like that. It's early
yeah,
though.
broken chair though. Yeah,
Yes, I broke that chair very thoroughly.
Yeah, that's when we
it
used to
was
do
a
all three
big
of the-
conversation.
in the same
Yeah.
room. That's when
Yeah.
we all got in the same
Yeah,
room.
we were all
Yeah.
together
That
on
was
that one. That was
pre-COVID.
great.
That's just a
Good times.
Pam.
It did break. It broke a lot.
But
too.
you didn't fall down.
No, I didn't.
That was the thing. You did. It was one of them high chairs too. It
That's
was
what
like
you
a bar
remember
stool.
is my agility. So you could have just said that. Like, wow, you
You hear it too. It was like,
Well, fat man, you're pretty quick.
could.
You know what I'm saying?
You could hear it. And then was it with like a week later, Alan broke a chair? Or somebody
Yeah.
else broke a chair, and it was well worth it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So, Alan, you got anything? You got any memories? Memories?
for me, it's Lethal Fred. When
Lethal Fred.
when we told Shayna that
Yeah.
Fred was in Lethal.
She was really gonna get me to beat her dad.
Oh, she was in,
like,
yeah.
My dad loves Lethal Weapon. You
He
gotta
does love
beat him.
lethal weapons. So I'm not surprised that Well, Fred, do you remember? I have a memory. I don't know exactly which episode it was, but it was a great memory. Fred, do you remember when you and I started our new jobs wrapping candy at the chocolate factory? And then when we were wrapping them, they started going faster and faster, and they were coming too fast, and we were eating them, and then we kept shoving them in our bras. Do you remember when we
I
did
think
that?
that was an episode of I Love Lucy.
No, I'm pretty sure that was an episode of the show. That was one of my favorite episodes. Fred, do you remember the time that we did Super Bowl halftime show and you were supposed to pull off part of my top while I was singing, but instead you showed my bare ass titty to the kids at home? You remember that episode?
I think that was Panthers versus New England Super Bowl.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that was episode 18. I think.
Episode 18.
I think so. And I have one more, Fred. Do you remember when all three of us? Alan might remember this one too. Alan, do you remember when all three of us were going up on a space shuttle and we were going to go to space on a mission and then it exploded?
You know what? I do remember that.
Yeah,
I remember your eyes were blue.
that was episode 41.
One blue that way, one blue the other way.
There you go. That's a classic Challenger joke for the kids at home.
Remember that time we all got that submarine and we went down to see the Titanic?
We saw, that's episode 102. We haven't released that one yet. Because remember at the end, Alan's like, when we got back up to the top, he was like, wouldn't it be funny if I used this pen they gave me and stabbed a hole in the ship so that the next people, now that we're up into the ground, so the next people, that'll be a really good prank on them.
Right. He put a
And
pin
we were like,
hole in
Alan,
it.
that's hilarious. Great
Well,
idea.
actually, I was trying to put my autograph in it, and I just made that.
Oh, he
little
was trying to sign the sword.
He signed the shit out of it. He signed it. Yours
signed the
truly,
fuck
I
out of
stabbed
it.
your face.
Yeah.
No, those are all great episodes, though, Fred. Especially the chocolate one. I was trying to remember some of our shows, and I was like, I just remember I Love Lucy because I'm an idiot. And then I remember Janet Jackson's titty popping out.
Oh, I
I
remember
remember
that
when
too.
that happened. That was like
I told you about that Super Bowl because I was out of town and my mom recorded it for me,
Yeah.
on the VCR, and then I I had let a buddy, like, I recorded that Super Bowl. I got the titty. You know what I'm saying? I got the titty on tape, you know? And he was like, oh, yeah, let me borrow it. And I never seen that
Never
tape
seen
again.
it
I was
again.
so bad. He stole my titty. That was my Janet titty. Janet, I used to have a picture of Janet on the wall. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? Oof,
Not on
Janet.
this wall.
No, not on this wall. But
No, on the wall.
no, that was my Janet.
You tried to take it off the
my
wall, but
God.
it had crusted to it.
Yeah. It was like stuck to the wall.
Yeah, and you're like, well, I guess we're just gonna paint over it.
Like the picture went through the paper and
Yeah.
stuck to the wall. So like I peeled it
was
off,
like-
but it was still like a silhouette.
Like a greasy, like when you get French fries and they're in a paper bag and like it's so greasy
Yeah,
that it's like,
yeah.
it's more grease than, it's exactly what it was. It was great.
Greasy paper bag.
Well, Fred, after, now that we're 100 episodes in,
Yep.
we've
Yay.
kind of reached the pinnacle of success, Fred. We're essentially the same. We have the same listenership almost as Joe
Right.
Rogan.
Yeah.
We're like 6 listeners short of his
Right.
10 million,
But-
probably,
Give or take.
give or take.
It's on
week
a
to week.
sliding scale. It's on a
Yeah,
sliding-
and I mean it's fine. We come on at a different time than he does.
It does. That's right.
Dude, he does. Does he do a show every day?
Yes,
Does
he
it
really?
every day?
every day.
Monday through Friday.
Right.
And they're
well,
like, how long are those shows?
They're long,
like
right?
3
They're like
hours,
3 or 4
right?
hours.
3 hours, yeah.
3-4 hours, man.
that's like talk radio, man. Back in the day,
no commercials.
I'm sure.
Other
it's
than
commercials.
Yeah,
his
but see,
commercials.
I don't think he doesn't do them live. I don't think. So,
Yeah.
I think he
When it-
just like sometimes like that one he did with Neil deGrasse Tyson was like 3 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, because he was going on he was taking a red eye, and he was
No.
talking. He was doing the show before he went to the airport.
Wow, I've never listened to a whole episode of Joe Rogan.
Hey, I give it to Joe Rogan though. That dude's got a work ethic.
No, good for him.
He fucking works his ass off, man. Like,
Yeah, so do we, Fred. Just for the record.
oh yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean,
I'm
come
just
on.
saying.
We do
Allegedly,
this
we
almost
work
an hour
hard.
every week.
Hey, but we didn't host Fear Factor.
Well,
you know what I mean?
that's only because they didn't offer it.
Did he do? What was the CV? What's Survivor?
No, he didn't do Survivor. That
He
was
didn't
He
Greg
had that sweet
Probst.
gig doing what was it, News Radio with
Yep, it was on News Radio.
yeah he worked with
Like
what's
as
his
a
face?
cast member? News Radio. That's the
That was the one with
show.
Phil Hartman. He worked
Yeah,
with Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman. Yeah,
The guy from Dave Foley from Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
yeah.
was on News
Was
Radio.
Dana Carvey? Not Dana Carvey. Was what's the other?
No,
not Dana
no.
Carvey,
I watched. No, you're talking about David Spade.
Spade. Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
watched
He was
Joe
on it.
I watched Joe Dirt 2 today because
Why?
I was just working and I just kind of had it on in the background.
I was
Come
just
on.
working.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I work. I sit at a
got a lot
computer.
of work to do. Let me watch
Yeah.
Joe Dirt.
Well, I didn't watch it. It's not like I didn't give it my.
Did
full
you
attention.
put it like on the small screen on
Yeah,
the corner?
yeah. I have 2 screens at least.
Yeah.
Sometimes 3.
You
And so-
minimize Joe Dirt too.
Well, because I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna listen to it. No, it minimized itself. I was like, I'll just have it on in the background because maybe it's really funny. I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Is it David Spade?
Yeah,
With
it's
Spade?
Joe Dirt 2. It's the sequel to Joe
No.
Dirt.
No.
Alan, I'm assuming you haven't seen it either. It's free on YouTube
What
in
is?
case any of the people at home want to see it.
Maybe I have. I think I have.
If you're addicted to drugs, watch Joe Dirt 2, and you will no longer be
I
addicted.
think I have seen Joe Dirt too.
No, it
I
was.
can't remember though.
He goes back in time. Spoilers for Joe Dirt 2, guys.
Nope, I haven't seen Joe Dirt too.
He goes back in time.
Nope.
No, okay. It was
He goes
um,
back in time.
it was
Dinosaur
an
time.
experience. No,
Hey
he goes
man,
back to like,
look at these damn
he's like,
dinosaurs.
hey, look at that thing, man.
Dig.
He goes back to 1965,
Okay.
which is just the right time for Joe Dirt. Not really, but it was. I don't want to say it was bereft of jokes,
Right.
but it was not very funny.
Yeah.
By the end of it, though, it was just like Joe Dirt. By the end of it, you're like,
Yeah.
all right, good enough. Like, that's
See,
fine.
Joe Dirt 1 was kind of believable, but like
Joe Dirt 1 was awesome.
Yeah,
Joe
because
Dirt one was-
the cast.
Yeah.
Of Joe Dirt
Which
one,
you didn't even know that it was
Oh.
called Joe Dirt 1 because up to now it's just been Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt, yeah.
They had a good
And now I have
cast.
to refer to it as Joe Dirt 1.
Oh,
No,
what's
Joe Dirt was awesome. It was a great.
Yeah,
great movie.
what's the old girl's name?
I can't.
She's so
she
fucking
is-
fine.
yeah.
Jesus, she's
I want to
fine.
say Brittany something, but that's not her name.
Is she an Arquette? I don't think.
No.
She, one of the Arquettes was in it. She was the
Yeah.
lady in the gator.
Yeah, it is. It's Brittany Daniel.
Brittany Daniels.
Her name,
boy,
yes.
She is goddamn.
She's a
fire.
very beautiful girl.
She
And she
is
plays a
beautiful.
transvestite on Always Sunny, which is
Does she really?
interesting. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, she's a remarkably attractive lady.
Yeah.
And so when you see her with
I think she's prettier than
with a
Margaret
bulge in
Robbie.
her pants,
Yeah.
it's a very weird feeling.
I still do it.
I was like, yeah, I mean, you know, it's getting cut off.
It'll be
Yeah.
like Zach Brannigan with Lilo when she dressed up like a man.
Right.
He found out it was her. He's like, thank God.
Yeah. A very sexy learning disorder.
He's like, I got these feelings and I don't understand them.
But yeah, no, it was an interesting movie. There was transvestites in that as well. So
Really?
there you go. Just in
There you
case you
go.
wanted to know, it was made in 2015.
Really?
It
Wow.
was a movie for sure.
Damn.
Yeah, it was weird. But so back to that thing we were talking about 25 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Which we've only been on for 15, but still.
Joking.
So, Fred, now
Yeah.
that we are established podcasters, we've made our nut, as they say, that's like money. And we essentially have all the money in the world, Fred. This is
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm telling you. We are now so very rich
Rich.
that we, thanks to our friends on Patreon,
Yeah.
PLC.world or whatever I said, our one patron that we don't have
They
yet.
gave us all the money.
They were like, you know what? We know that we're going to get patrons, so we'll go ahead and give you all the money in the world. Fred, my son actually brought this up to me and asked me, what would I do if I was given unlimited amounts of money, not all the
Right.
money in the world, not like
Right.
I am the sole.
You just
Owner
never
of
run out of
money.
money. You just
Right.
never
It,
run
it
out
was
of
just whatever. He was like, just get a credit card and you can you'd have all the money. And I'm like, oh, son. I
a
wish
black
that's how
card.
it worked. Like, I wish, but you got to pay that back. And I'm not doing that. So he was like, hey, so what would you do if, what would be like the first thing you would do if you were like that mega rich?
Yeah.
And so I was like, that would be an interesting question on, now that we're, essentially mega rich.
Right.
We're on the verge of being mega rich. Right? We're going to make that garage wall behind you, that studio wall is going to be
You just
slightly darker.
you just took my answer.
You're going to paint your wall.
You said, what's the first thing I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my garage painted. That's that's the first thing. Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, what would be the second thing?
I don't know, man. I'm going to go I'm going to shut down somewhere. Like just
Shut down is-
decompress. I want to
Oh, okay.
decompress from.
I didn't know if you meant like you were going to purchase something and shut it down. Like, first thing I'm going to do is put these 100 people out of work. It's going to be awesome. Like, I can't wait to destroy this whole community with my riches. What about you, Alan? What do you think you would do?
First thing I would do is I would buy
I would buy Fred a
better
goddamn internet connection.
connection for Fred.
That would be great.
First thing I do, actually, if it was that, it'd be unlimited. I'd buy me like a big ass 747 and just fly the world and spend
Buy
money
your own
everywhere.
jet.
Yeah, and just go everywhere.
See, this is where you can tell that for me it's a little different because again, my son asked me. So the first thing I was like, dude, I would make sure no one was hungry anymore. And that's the fat guy in me too. Is like, I want to make sure that everybody's got something to eat, and I also have something to eat. That's important. And
Well,
he was
yeah,
like, wow,
I mean,
you'd feed the whole world? I'm like, well, yeah, dude, if I have unlimited money, like, well, what would stop me from doing that? I've told you before, I thought if we were ever billionaires, like, and you can buy literally everything in the world, the only thing you couldn't buy is, like, the clout that you get from, like, helping people. So I do feel like I'd be like, yeah, I got the money, fuck it. Let's go. Let's buy. Everybody gets to eat a steak. If you're vegetarian, I'll buy you a mushroom.
Yeah,
Everybody wins.
Not a
Well,
bad idea.
everybody has one, Alan, except for Fred, because he has abandoned the show, which is not a
Yes.
surprise to me.
Nah.
We knew it was coming eventually. It only took him 100 episodes to figure out how to leave the fucking studio. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will return with or without Fred. Only time will tell.
then we're coming back and we're going to still talk about the same thing we were talking about when we left. So the question
I was
was,
going to cut it like we never left.
what the question was like, what would I do if I had unlimited amounts of money?
Unlimited money.
So I'm not gonna buy, like, I want to do something good. Like, I'm gonna do something good.
Right.
So what I was thinking about, like a social housing, not a project,
Right.
but like community.
Right.
So where like you're gonna need somebody to stake it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I come in with my unlimited amounts of money. So I'm gonna build these houses, right?
So you're going to end homelessness.
try to, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
you wouldn't. I think if you
With-
had unlimited money,
Well, yeah, I could just buy everybody a house, but
yeah.
then what are you gonna do? Just sit in there and get high and do drugs? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fine. That's not my
No,
problem.
Why not?
no, you gotta have some kind of responsibility behind
Well, you
that.
still got to
residence.
pay your bills. I mean, you got shit to do.
Right, but what's a power bill and electric bill? You know what I'm saying? You can go work at McDonald's and pay that.
That's
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
Why is that not okay?
It's not saying it's not okay, but like you gotta give some people other reasons to do other jobs too. Like, you know, I just don't want to have a community of McDonald's workers.
Have you been to a McDonald's lately, Fred? They could use all the fucking help they can get. Could you
But listen,
imagine?
but
What, could you imagine what a Popeyes? How well a Popeyes would run if it was properly staffed? Fred, it would be
But-
a game changer.
It would be worse
in-
than it
in
would be
crime.
worse than it is now. It would be worse than it is now because people aren't like, oh, I don't have to make,
Right.
you know, good money. All I gotta do is just I could work 20 hours a week here and then just fuck off the rest of the and that's not good for
awesome.
society. That's
Why
not good
not?
for society because too much downtime, man. And people start doing stupid shit.
You know, people today in the world, we work more than more hours
Yeah.
than our ancestors ever have before us.
I'm not saying work like we work now. I'm talking about going back to a 40-hour work week where it's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? You're
Sure.
not working yourself I'm not trying to make people work themselves to
Right.
death to afford the things that they want, but you should have to work
Well, yeah, you got to
a
work.
reasonable amount of time. You should spend that time.
Yeah.
But see what I'm saying
1-900
is
numbers aren't going to staff
you
themselves.
still pay rent. You still
Yeah.
pay rent at the house.
To
You know
me.
what I'm saying? Or mortgage or something, but you pay it forward. That money goes to building the next community.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For people. You know what I mean? Less maintenance fees or I guess, well, shit, you got your own house, you can afford your own maintenance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't care because I'm super rich. So
Right.
if you see me on the street and you're like, hey, man, my AC broke, I'll be like, oh, no problem, dog. I got you.
And then I think to save like space, you should build up.
Sure. That is the new initiative in housing
Right.
is building up.
It's building up.
That
You know what
scares
I'm
me.
saying? It is. I couldn't live like that though.
I don't want to live on like the 50th floor or something.
No, I couldn't live like that though. I couldn't live like with people just right there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, like an apartment. Yeah.
Not like, but apartment like that. You know, you see them
Yeah.
shits in China. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
them
yeah,
people
like
live in high rise
40-something,
apartments.
yeah, 40-something story
just
with,
like
like,
no
10,000
fucking
people
way,
in there.
dude.
No,
No
you
way.
You guys hadn't said anything that's changed my mind. I'm still gonna buy my jet and travel.
Well,
the
you
world.
can still buy your jet.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Alan. So you
Get
could
a bunch
do
of hookers. And
you could
just-
do Fred's plan first. You could immediately do Fred's plan, right? You could be like, "Hey, listen up, guys.
Yeah.
I'm doing Fred's plan."
Get this
And then
emotion.
as soon as you do that, yeah, you hop on your jet and go bang your whores.
Yeah. Y'all,
No,
y'all,
And
yeah,
everybody
just
will be
bang
like-
my whores. And
fax
after-
me the details.
And then after that, then I'll
Fax-
come back.
fax it to
I mean,
the-
I would,
the
you know, what
Bunny
Parker said,
Ranch.
that would be it. Everywhere I
Epstein
go,
Island.
everywhere I go, I'd pay for everybody's meal. I'd be
He's
like,
like,
all
"I'm
right,
on
everybody
Epstein
gets to
Island."
eat when I'm in town. Yeah, that's from.
Yeah. Everybody in the restaurant.
But
Oh,
I'm
dude,
not going
I've-
to do the housing. I'm not going to.
I would make a
houses
new
and all that.
holiday that was like National Eat Some Shit Day, and for the whole world,
Shit.
not shit like literal shit. It would be
Well,
like,
if they want to eat it, that's
I mean, if that's what they're into, that's
Eat
fine.
some shit day.
But no, like they would be like, oh, on the 5th of July or whatever,
Yeah.
like the whole world, the entire world sits down for the biggest fucking barbecue in the world, like that's ever happened. Everybody.
Who's gonna cook it?
It's not. I will pay people. I have all the money.
So
Well,
like
the
you just
cooking, yeah,
gonna
you find a bunch of guys that would cook it.
Yeah, dude, you telling me if I said, hey,
Right.
Fred, you and all your fellow friends, like we're gonna have the biggest barbecue in the world. I'll buy the food. You cook it. Not
Where you
every
gonna
person
have
will be
it?
like, hell yeah. We're everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere you go, somebody's got a grill,
Everywhere, dude.
man.
how? Like
If you're in the city, meet at the park.
Well, that's why
we're grilling
you
out.
pay somebody for
everybody at
logistics.
the park in
Everybody.
the city.
Everybody.
Imagine everybody in New York
Yeah.
falls on the Central Park.
No, there's more. There's more parks than just Central Park. It's
Okay,
every park.
every
Now,
park.
if this was a movie, after we said all this, the next scene would be all of us in a jet with a bunch of hookers. Be like, you know that shit we were talking about? Fuck that.
Fuck
That's
that
too much
shit.
work, man.
Like, we tried it. It didn't work.
Yeah, we tried it.
The 2 Chinese restaurants I called said they couldn't do that much. So we're out. Never mind. It was a good idea.
You're
while it
gonna,
lasted.
you're gonna have to like get some corn too, because you got the vegans out there. You know.
Yeah. No, I told
You
that's
have
what I
the
told Alan. I
barbecue
said I would
corn.
buy everybody a steak, or if you were vegan, I would buy you a mushroom.
A mushroom.
Yeah, because that's what vegan people. That's what I used to eat in place of a steak when I was vegan. Was like
A
I would have a
mushroom?
portobello mushroom.
That is sad.
It's not as good,
It's sad.
but it's fine.
Sit me cutting this big ass ribeye. You over there with a
It's like tomahawk bone in.
you're over there with a fungus.
Yeah, and they're like, "Cool, my mushroom. Check it out."
You're cutting your fungus with your fork.
Well, and then like the worst part is when you're vegan, you have to be like, "Oh, I can't cook that on the same grill."
Same
as
grill,
the
yeah.
Because God forbid it get a little bit of flavor from it, which I mean,
They
I
was
get.
like, don't worry about it. We weren't gonna do that no way.
Yeah, they're like, "We're not gonna let you cook that shit on here.
We put your mushroom in the microwave. It don't go take that long.
Just eat it." Did I ever tell you guys about the time I went? So like when we used to live in our old house, I had a neighbor and they were like they're from California, which that's fine. I don't give a shit where you're from. And they were like, "Oh, you guys seem cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, you guys seem all right." Like I don't really trust you, and it wasn't like
Californians.
no, it wasn't because they were from California. It was just that in general, I just didn't like the cut of their jib.
They
You
tell
know
you
what I mean?
take your 405 down
They're
to
like,
the
take 4 or 5 over to our house. We're right beside you.
Take a
Well,
left
like,
on
who's
Melbourne
the
and
other
go
one?
into the canyons, man.
And they were like, "Well, why don't you come over for dinner?" And I was like, "Okay." Like, my wife,
thank
you know, at the time, girlfriend, now wife, ex-girlfriend is what I like to call her. She doesn't like that. She hates it so much.
I'm gonna call my wife my ex-girlfriend.
It's the best thing you can do, dude. It's so funny. They hate it
I'm gonna
so much.
introduce her as my
Yeah, dude. You're like, "Hey, this is my
ex-girlfriend,
ex-girlfriend." She's
My
like, "You mean your
ex-girlfriend.
fucking wife?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." So, it's the best gag, Fred. So we go over there, and I was like, "Yes, you know, we'd love to come over, whatever. But just let you know, I'm vegan, so like." And I was vegan at the time. I was like, so, you know, like, I
Yeah.
can eat whatever, but I'm cool with whatever, you know, as long as there's some veggies, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So we get over there, and then they're like, so we got, and I thought for a second we were going to, like, get proposition for some weird shit, and thankfully it wasn't that. And they're like, so just to let you know, we have black bean salad, or black bean soup and salad, and some other bullshit. And I was like, okay. And they're like, but we do a raw vegan diet. I was like, oh, word? Like, so you don't cook
cook
anything? And they're like, no, we just blend it up really well in our mixer. And I was like, oh, see,
So
like
they were vegan too,
they were like, yeah, they did like a raw vegan. I don't know if they were vegan all the time,
right? Or
but they
just
did,
vegan for
I guess
you.
for us, like a raw vegan. It was the most disgusting fucking thing I've ever eaten. in my
Nah,
life.
they were like, we want to be hospitable, but we
Right.
don't know shit about being
They're like,
vegan.
we'll take it to
Let's
the
just
next
put this shit in the blender.
Well, no, you could cook it though. Like that's the thing is like,
Oh, well, how to cook vegetables.
yeah, right. Like how do you cook beans? Fuck it. We'll just blend it up
I'm
until
from
the heat of the
California,
blender
not
doesn't.
Mexican. I don't know how to
Oh,
cook beans.
racist.
They know how to cook beans.
That was Fred on that one, guys.
Hey.
100th episode. Fred finally shows his true colors.
That's right.
Dude. Nah, quick side story. I was at work today, and there was this Mexican guy out there, and he was digging a hole,
Latino.
and surrounded by Latino fella, and he was digging a hole, and it's surrounded by like 4 white guys, and they were all telling like racist jokes. But like the bad part about it was he was telling them too. Like
against his own people.
Yeah, like he said, I'll tell you what, he said, what do you call
Uh-oh.
a Mexican who lost his car? You call him Carlos. It's like, God damn it. I was like, look, I'm about to leave for y'all.
Those are
start telling the
Mexican
black
dad
ones.
jokes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I said, I'm out of here for y'all start telling the black ones, man.
He's a Tio Tomas.
Yeah.
Tio is Uncle Fred.
He also mentioned he had like third row seats from the stage at the Trump rally last
There you go.
weekend.
Dude, they had
So,
like
there you go.
50,000 people.
50
That's what they
grand.
said. Well,
Dang.
that's something, all right.
I
Yeah.
bet you that demolition derby was awesome. That many people there.
I can't imagine trying to get out of that.
Ugh.
Imagine all the trucks with all the flags. It would just
Yeah,
God,
man.
it would be such a fucking.
It would have been a
flag
sight to
shit show.
see, though. Like, it
Yeah.
would have been
Yeah,
a
but
sight to see.
okay, yes, it would have been a sight to see. Much like, let's say, if you were an Indian person when America tried to kill you,
When
the sight,
when
yeah, the
Custer
sight to
started
see
coming,
when you're like, oh, there's a lot of those guys. Oh, there's a lot of them coming. Holy shit, what a sight! It's the last thing I'm gonna see, but what a sight it is. It ain't the sight you want to see. I can tell you that, especially not. I'm sure that Mexican dude was just
Speaking
like,
of that, today's July 6th was D-Day. Same thing. That'd have been a
Yep.
sight to see, but I wouldn't
Yep.
want to be there.
Depending on which
You know
side
what
you're
I'm
on.
saying?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have D-Day, though. It doesn't matter what side you were on.
D-Day.
I thought
Yeah.
D-Day was
Everything,
December 6th.
No, December.
You thinking Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, December 7th.
Oh, okay. Wait. Yeah,
thinking
okay. I
of Pearl
don't know
Harbor.
what I'm thinking. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Well, so yes, I'm glad that we didn't try to do our 100th episode live from the Trump rally in
Oh, my
Pickens.
God.
I thought about it,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, then I was like, okay. Well, I was like, realistically, how long could I go?
Where are we going to get the power from? That's all.
Well, I was like, how long could I go without saying something like incredibly offensive to these people?
Yeah.
And then I realized it would be before we actually got the power connected. We would never even broadcast. They'd just be like, "Hey man, where's your hat?
Yeah, where's your hat?
You ain't got that red hat, boy."
That's what we should have did. We should have went undercover. We could have
We should do that next
we
time.
should have like went undercover, like put on some MAGA hats and
I couldn't. I can't.
American flag jean jackets.
No, I would put on an American flag jean jacket.
Yeah.
That I would do.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Do they do fireworks after?
Blaring "Born in the USA." I'm pretty sure.
So, okay, I've been hearing a lot of people talking about "Born in the USA," and I have not listened to that song since I was a kid. But apparently, the lyrics are the exact opposite of like
Right,
what
yeah.
I don't even know what they are. I thought it was like I was born in the USA, slap mama daddy in the USA. I don't remember. I don't remember it, man. Like I said, let me look it up.
I like the Cheech version. Do you remember when he did that movie Born
in
in
the East LA, yeah.
And his cousin came in and he was standing next to they had the phone behind the Jesus thing. And he's like, "Hey, man, I'm stuck in Tijuana." He's like, "Oh, Jesus is in Tijuana." That was what Paul Rodriguez, he was his cousin.
Holy crap! This is you're right. This is not as patriotic as you think. Verse 2 is, got into a little hometown jam, so they put a rifle in my hand, sent me off to a foreign land to go and kill the yellow man. Then I had a brother in Kisan fighting off them Viet Cong. They're still here. He's all gone. He had a woman he loved in Saigon. I got a picture of him in her arms now. Damn. Okay, that's depressing shit.
He had a baby. He had a baby over in Vietnam.
I guess so. Down in the shadow of the penitentiary, out by the gas fires of the refinery, I'm 10 years burning down the road, nowhere to run, ain't got nowhere to go. I was born in the USA.
Yeah.
Dang.
Shit, that's depressing as fuck.
Yeah, kidding.
Wow, what a way to grind the show
they
to a halt,
use-
Bruce
they
Springsteen.
use- Yeah, like we watched the 4th of July thing, the Macy's 4th of July thing, and they had like the army choir out there, and they were all singing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Born in the USA. Yeah, they had that shit blaring, the fireworks. and fucking popping off.
they're doing.
No one reads
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah,
No
they
one
don't know
reads.
how. Yeah, No, no, they don't listen. They don't listen. They
Well,
just,
that's true.
No, they have no idea.
just
They
like
don't
hey, Andre said in the Hey y'all don't hear me. You just want to dance.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. You just
That's
want
true.
to dance.
So, Fred, that reminds me. Speaking
like
of
dancing.
not listening, I also don't like to dance ever.
You don't like to dance?
Fred,
I like to dance.
Have you ever
I
seen
don't
me
have the
dance?
knees anymore. I don't have knees
My-
anymore.
I gave Nate, my youngest son, 2 sparklers the other night. Like out, we were doing it, and he started dancing with them, and it was like looking in a mirror, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't do this. Like, it was so bad, man. I love him. He tried, but he just didn't. It wasn't great.
No.
So that reminds me, Fred. The 100th episode, the first half of the 100th episode of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
What half?
I have a little Superman hair going here. Sorry, just realized that. Is
Christopher
sponsored
Reeves.
by.
Christopher Reeves.
Too soon. Sponsored by our dear friends in Marion, South Carolina, Robert E. Lee, attorney at law. Representing clients throughout Marion, Horry, and Florence counties, we're here to secure your rights and make sure you get on the road to recovery as quickly as possible. Robert E. Lee, attorney at law.
He's the general.
That's right. We're helping you. Yeah, that's right.
He's a lawyer and a insurance salesman.
He does it all, man.
This is the general.
In your darkest
We
hour,
got Shaq on the payroll.
Shaq started a podcast. He asked us to be on, and I
Did
told
he?
him thank you.
Yeah.
Oh man, you should come on.
Shaq
on,
would be like,
Skill O'Neal. Come on, Skill O'Neal podcast.
Shaq is doing DJing now too, by the way.
Yeah, yeah,
Shaq
yeah.
can do
really
whatever
good at
he
it.
wants. He's
They be
Shaq.
doing anything.
He has the money to do it, and he he owns Papa John's.
See, he's got all the money. Won't he start the housing social?
He
program.
started Papa John's.
Yeah.
He started
Hell,
Papa John's.
Shit, he goes to all the time.
Papa
He goes to
Shaq.
Walmart and buys shit for kids. He
That's
sees
true.
the kids
He does do
that.
that.
Uh-huh.
You know, he
Hey,
don't-
now, I will never speak poorly of Shaq because Shaq. is
No, I
the man.
can't spell.
Not only could he
Shaq.
literally rip me into 50 pieces in a second, he's also just a really cool dude. It seems like.
Yeah.
So
He seems
no disrespect to our old buddy, friend of the show, Shaquille O'Neal.
yeah.
Yeah, he
He's a
likes
doctor.
he likes to dress up in different characters and shit too. I like that about him.
Because he's
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
funny.
like
It's so
That's what
funny.
he's
Yeah,
like.
Shaq.
He's like if he was on Scooby Doo, he'd be one of the people, and they're like, "Who is this 7.5 foot tall, 400 or 300 pound black man? Probably not Shaq."
Yeah,
And he's like, "I would have got away with it if it weren't for you kids."
I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you kids in that damn home.
What was that one you sent me where it was like, what was it? Oh, like Charles Barkley's talking about you got to penetrate.
Oh yeah,
Tired
he's
and they're
like
on your back.
When,
Shaq
he
just
said,
started cracking
when
up.
you down there banging, he can't be banging guys like that. You can't be banging guys. He's like,
So funny.
I remember when I used to bang guys. He's like,
You're tired. They're on you.
he said, Charles was like, "Come on, man."
Come on, man. All right. Well, we're,
Tired.
well, he should have been. That's funny. They give Charles Barkley a hard time, man. I
Oh,
love
it's so hard.
it. I love it. That's,
That's
what he said. There you go. Doubled it. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with some more of the BLC podcast, episode number 100. Friendly
Born in
News is
USA.
coming up next. Yeah, Born in America. Welcome back to the 100th episode of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. It's a shit.
Yay, yay.
show.
100.
Well, Fred, we've got 100 episodes under our belt, and there's only one. God damn it! That's I don't think he did a fart. I think he did that noise instead.
No,
in the
I
beginning.
think it's 2 weeks in a row he hasn't done a
No.
I
fart.
don't think
I
he did
did
a
them
fart last
both.
week either.
I didn't hear a
No,
fart
yes,
last week.
yes.
I think
I
he
didn't
may.
hear a
Have,
fart
I think he may
last
have
week.
purposely edited out that fart last week.
No, I didn't edit it out. No,
You should have.
No, I didn't.
I'll have to go back and listen. If you go back, eagle-eared listeners, what's an animal that has good hearing?
Eagles.
Do they have good hearing?
Elephant?
Bats.
Bats. Bats.
Elephant. Yeah, bat-eared listeners. Go back and listen and tell us hashtag Alan didn't fart. Tell us if he missed a fart in any of the episodes.
I
up
did
to
not.
now.
Nope.
I know you didn't just now because we kind of forced you to do it.
No, I didn't do it.
100
This
farts
one I did too.
later.
This one I went. I did a at the beginning, and then you started talking, and then we're halfway through it. I was like,
Ah.
We'll see. We'll see.
you
about
know,
that. That's what he says every time, and usually he's right, but I don't believe him. I never believe him. So, 100 episodes in, Fred, and it's time for one of our favorite segments that we have actually done multiple times before.
Because we run out of material, and this
We
is
run out,
always.
and it always works. It's always good for 6 minutes. Fredline News.
Fredline News.
Sponsored by Bang Bros, keeping it 100 inches in your butt.
Fredline News number 1. Matt,
Yes.
who do you think will win in a fight?
Jim Jarmusch.
Venezuelan Navy ship with a 76 millimeter main gun, air missile defense gun, and 2 smaller machine guns, or
Or a
a
bunch of
German
refugees.
cruise liner designed to show tourists penguins.
I feel like the penguin ship would do better in a fight.
Well, you're actually right, Matt.
I know.
This
it's German.
happened. This is German.
Dude, German people don't build shit. They are like, let's get this. They probably has torpedoes and shit.
They are known for their ingenuity and
Right. Like we shot penguins at those
conveyances.
Venezuelan motherfuckers.
So what happened? This German cruise ship was having some engine trouble, so they stopped in international waters. I guess off the coast of Venezuela or somewhere, and there was a Venezuelan Navy ship doing patrols,
Sure.
and they radioed out to the ship to tell it that you need to go dock over there and in the port.
They couldn't.
Speaking German, they didn't know. I guess they didn't know what he was saying. So like off the rip, they fired at him. They fired at the cruise ship. You know what I'm saying? Like a warning.
Shot one over the bow. Yeah.
Yeah, like as a warning shot.
Yeah.
And
The Germans.
the
rammed
crew
it
didn't
and
know
blew
what to
that shit up.
do. They didn't know what to do. So the Navy ship went to like ram them. But I'm so sorry. The German ship
It's okay. Your preparedness is why we've kept you on the
built
show
to
so
hit
long.
icebergs and shit because they
Sure.
out in the Arctic. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? And it crashed the Venezuelan ship and
I
sunk
can
it to
totally
the
see
sea.
that. I could totally see that, like where one ship is like, this is the Russian ship or the German ship. The
Yeah.
Venezuelan ship's like, just like right into the water. And the German people are like, Ein und Scheiße.
Is it unfarted? You know what I'm saying? Did you fart?
Und Mexican.
Yeah. So it sunk the ship, and now Venezuela is down
And
a ship.
one of their- the famous Venezuelan
now
Navy.
now is the time to attack.
There you go. Now's our chance.
Yeah.
BLC listeners, let's attack Venezuela together tonight at midnight. Was Venice? No, I was say that was Brazil where the pot plane was.
Brazilian pot plane.
Whenever we talk about
Polk
South
County
America, I can only think of the pot plane.
pot plane.
Booty and big booties.
They do have a lot of that.
Love those.
Bang
Number
Bros.
2.
That's right. If you want to see Venezuelan people get sunk after banging Germans, go to Bang Bros.
Bang Bros.
A
We'll show
woman
you
is
726
accused of
millimeter
posing 72 millimeters. That's a lot of
I don't
millimeters.
even know what that means.
Millimeters.
Yeah,
100
More like-
millimeters is a meter,
more like
right?
millimeters.
Would 100 millimeters be a meter?
Yes,
It's all like
yes. No, 1,000
hundreds.
millimeters is a.
1,000 millimeters.
I don't know, Fred.
I don't know
we
my
use
meters.
the imperial system.
Why are we talking about meters
I don't know.
and Peters?
Meters
How
and
many
Peters.
meters is your Peter?
Great name for the episode.
My Peter is a lot of meters.
There you go.
So,
Peter.
number 2.
My Peter's imperial. It ain't metric. It's on the pater.
A woman is accused of posing as a high school student at a Louisiana high school.
Oh, I've seen this porn on Bang Bros. If you want to see 43-year-old women pose as high school students, Bang Bros.
Jessina Serrano
Sure.
A 28-year-old woman who enrolled at a Louisiana high school and posed as a 17-year-old student to learn English has been arrested.
Oh,
She wasn't alone, as her 46-year-old mother, Marta Serrano,
was also
kept her company in prison.
Bang Bros.
So evidently,
Man.
what happened? This woman, her mother gave had a fake Honduras birth certificate and enrolled her daughter into the high school so she could learn English. Her lawyer says
Gotcha.
there was nothing nefarious about her actions.
right.
She was just wanted to learn English. So, which I think her punishment should be like English class. You know what I'm saying? Like public English class and
get it.
speaking or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was bad at all, man.
I mean,
Hey, leave
that's
that lady
not-
alone,
like,
man.
She's trying to learn English. She did
That's
not
right.
in any way look like a high school student.
Yeah.
Let me pull
I
this
wish
up
they
for
did have a
for the
picture
listeners
of
at
her,
home.
'cause
I have a picture of her right here. This is
Oh,
not
do
a
you?
joke. This is actually her. I'll bring it
Let's see
up.
what she look like. Bring it up, Alan.
She does not
Bring
look
it
like a
up.
high school
Bring
student.
it up. Bring it up.
She looks like she is
Yeah,
58-year-old lady.
Nah, that's probably how she got caught.
Oh, you know what? With the mask, though,
Ah, yeah, could have been. Could
you
have been.
never know.
Could have
All right,
been.
so that's our future Bang Bros Starlet of the Week. No habla this dick. She's going to teach, maybe, oh, you know what it was? She probably is Venezuelan, and she was going to go teach all the Venezuelan Navy English so they could stop the Germans,
Right.
and it didn't work out. Thanks a lot, Louisiana. What are
She
you
didn't
going to
want
learn in Louisiana? Anyway.
Cajun.
Yeah,
She
it's
wouldn't
like,
learn
"Ah,
free
but yo, yo, yo."
So, Matt, do you remember hearing about the guy who opened up the store in Vancouver?
Yeah, the drugstore. Literal
Yeah, the
drugstore,
drugs. Yeah, like literal drugstore. His name was Jeffrey Martin, 51 years old.
That's the guy from Coldplay.
Is it really? Well,
I don't know that guy's name. Fuck what I know. Chris Martin. So he's probably his brother.
yeah, it is Chris Martin. So he just died of a apparent overdose.
Oh
See?
shit!
Yeah,
See?
kids.
Hey, you shouldn't offer loyalty cards to your
Yep.
drugstores.
Suspected fentanyl overdose.
Oh, see?
Yep.
That shit is weird. Bad stuff.
Yep. He
Don't
survived the
do
initial
drugs.
overdose, but he remained unresponsive in the hospital, and his family eventually just decided to take him off of life support.
He probably died of a broken heart. Because he was
Yep.
like, all I've ever wanted to do was open
It was open the drugstore. That's
wouldn't
all
let
I
me.
ever wanted to do. He's all I wanted
Well,
to
that's
do,
sad.
man.
And that is not sponsored by Bang
He should have go work for butt drugs.
Bros. Right.
Yeah, butt drugs.
But drugs.
Throwback.
Parking in the rear.
We sell liquor in the front. So,
So,
number
Fredline.
number
news.
4.
Fredline, depressing ass fucking news. Number 4.
I'm sorry, I'll lighten it up a little bit.
I don't think you will.
A man robs a woman,
See?
then demands Facebook friendship and a date.
Oh.
Bizarre incident in Indianapolis. A person suspected of being a robber allegedly held up a woman at gunpoint, but instead of fleeing the scene, he demanded that she add him as a friend on Facebook and even asked her out on a date.
No. See, look at
Oh,
that.
she must have been hot.
Because of the implication.
Damian Boyce, the apparent suspect, sent her a message invite, inviting her to chill out with him, quote unquote.
He's like, I know I stole your phone, but
Promising
you're
the
going to
promising the reimbursement of her property because, I quote, she was pretty.
Sure.
Okay.
Too pretty to rob is what they said. Oh, they don't show the girl. They just show the fella.
He was arrested.
Well, now I want to
sure
know
he
if she was
was.
hot or not.
She's not bad looking.
Oh, well, I mean, good enough. If you saw him,
Yeah. No, I didn't see him.
he's something.
Would you go on a date with him, Matt?
You know what? I think I would, Fred. But I like Bad Boys because I love Bang Bros.
Before giving up, police report that Boyce allegedly shot 2 individuals and assaulted another with a brick. Before eventually
Hilarious.
surrendering to SWAT team.
Or he was like, "Hey, well, you want to go out, or you want me to hit you with this brick?"
When interviewed, Amber said, "I can't believe I missed that opportunity. He sounds just like the kind of guy I would date."
There you go. See, look at that. It is Indianapolis.
It is Indianapolis.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, she's not hot, but good for her. Did she say yes? I don't. That's the question, really.
They're pen pals now.
You know she did.
Oh, she looks a lot cuter on this other one. Okay. Well, she's not my type, but then again, neither is he. So.
What happened, man?
Fred took it to Fred promised us a different version of Fredline News tonight.
It's lighthearted.
It's lighthearted. He robbed and shot 2 people and then asked her out on a date while he pointed a gun at her.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Bow, bow. Hey, girl, you look good. You want to go out?
I shot those dudes for you.
What the? Just cause.
Look what you into, because you're not gonna get together. All right,
Matt.
Fredline News bit number something.
There's an asteroid coming, Matt.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Bruce Willis when you need him?
Asteroid 2023 HO6
Oh,
passing Earth right after the 4th of July.
if you want to see 6 hoes pass Earth, go to Bang Bros.
You want to know how big? You know how big this asteroid is, Matt?
12 inches.
It's almost the size of 3,500 McDonald's Big Macs.
30. Like which
Wait,
direction
what?
though? Like a circle of them?
A combined, I guess
That's
you
a
got a
really
ball of
weird
Big Mac.
management.
It is. Why would you
would-
size it like that?
This Earth destroying asteroid sponsored by McDonald's. It's Grimace's birthday.
Grimace, have you seen that shit? Like the videos?
Yeah, where they're like
When people-
murder.
Yeah,
I don't know
like
who started
the
that.
McDonald's,
I
they had
don't
a grimace
even.
out there, a guy out there waving with a grimace suit on.
Fuck that shit.
I was like, it's hot as shit.
It's so funny. It's like they got the purple milkshake,
Yeah, like
just
shake
like
it out of their
they're
face.
all
Yeah,
fucking
oh, it's so funny.
dead.
Motherfucker dying inside of that thing.
Grimace. Oh my god.
So 3,500 Big Macs are coming for the world. Is it going to hit us?
No, it's gonna pass right by us, but
Okay.
you won't be able to. You'll know it when it does because it'll smell like McDonald's for like a second.
I smell special sauce.
If you go outside, you like. I don't have a McDonald's nowhere near me, but I can smell. Oh, it's the asteroid.
You look up at the sky and be like,
This is the sound it
It's a
makes.
big ball of gas. It's a big ball of gas. Passing through.
All right, Fred, you got any more friend lines?
So, Matt,
Yes.
have you
Yes,
heard
Fred.
about the Canadian wildfires?
I have heard of them.
yeah.
They're wild.
Well,
Wild
apparently, they found out how they were started.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I don't know if this is going to be a
Said-
gag or if this is going to be really sad.
They actually were started by
Bang Bros.
a gender reveal gone wrong.
I knew it, man. That's the stupidest fucking thing that ever. I know I always talk about
Are you
all the stupid
serious?
shit, but that's always the stupidest shit.
Yeah, it said a group who were out for a swim in British Columbia Sunday suddenly found themselves fighting a brush fire caused by a gender reveal party.
Was it a boy or a girl?
Guy named it was a boy, I guess. Well, no, I guess it's a girl. Fire
there you
is
go.
pink. I guess it's kind of pink.
How did they?
But,
what did they shoot something or like?
I guess I don't know. Maybe they did that. Like, you know,
Let's light the forest on fire and see if it's pink or blue.
what's that stuff you can shoot and it explodes?
Tannerite.
Tannerite. That's it. I think they did Tannerite type thing, which is so stupid, man.
Dude, that is the stupidest thing. Like, when we were having babies, it was like, get a cake.
It was a girl. They said it was evidence, a little
Oh,
evidence, a
congratulations.
little pink dust everywhere. It's
Great.
definitely a girl. So
Right. I'm sure those parents are just over the moon excited about it, eh?
bitches.
Poor kid's gonna. It's born in debt.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Poor
It's
kid.
born in debt.
You started this. It's because of
They
you.
literally did start the fire. That's crazy, though, man. Those have gone off the rails, the gender reveals.
Yeah.
Like I said, for us, it was like, get a cake, and then you cut into it, and it's either like blue or red or pink, whatever.
Hell.
Blue or red if you're having a demon. Having a demon.
My mom didn't even know if what
Yeah.
I was.
No, I didn't. They didn't know. I still
They
don't know.
they had to wait.
I'm still trying to figure out what I
They
am.
had to wait.
They had to wait for me to cook.
They had to wait till he was 7 years old.
Yeah.
And like,
They,
well,
they used the old
go either way.
the old method. Oh, if you're sitting up high, it's a boy.
Yeah,
Sitting
yeah.
down low, it's a girl.
Every person told me that. Like when
Yeah.
that's the best thing about, and obviously I didn't have a baby, but that's the best thing about being like with a person who's having a baby, is that every old person is so quick to tell you
Yeah.
everything you've ever needed to know about a baby, while at the same time being like, we locked ours in cages.
Be like, hey, old person, when was the last time you had a baby? You know what I'm saying? It was like
Oh,
70
well.
years ago. Make sure you go get the reusable diapers now.
Yeah,
Sign up for the service.
You know what babies love is a nice slug of whiskey every night.
My
I
daughter
thought that
is-
was okay. And
she
then they
does
told me-
like
she's a big
oh
drinker.
shit. No, yeah, like my mom, they like give her like whiskey and honey. Like if she got a cough or
Yeah,
something to give
yeah.
her whiskey and honey, and she loves it.
I
Like
thought that was a viable thing, and then everybody
Yeah.
told me that I would be a bad parent if I did that.
really shit.
Yeah, so I
Whiskey
didn't
and-
do the honey then.
Just take this melatonin.
Thank you, Alan, for getting that joke. So I was like,
Just-
fine, I
just
won't put
honey.
honey in it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they figured out what it was. I'm
Yeah.
very disappointed in Canada. See, that worries me because I thought America was the stupider of the two.
No,
But that's got to be in the ranking. Like, that's got to move Canada up a little bit.
Canada's pretty dumb. Pretty dumb.
Unless
They're
there were
just
Americans
nice.
hanging out in Canada.
Right,
They
it could have
just like-
probably been. That's probably what it really was. It was probably like Americans shooting it across the and from Detroit and shot the yeah.
They were in Niagara.
Kid Rock
Yeah.
loading me a sniper rifle. All right,
Nobody's
is that-
gonna
any more
tell
Fred
me.
lines?
One more.
Nobody How to shoot.
A British tourist who carved his name into the Colosseum
Oh, I did see this. Okay.
begs for forgiveness by stating he did not realize it was
Hello,
that
Governor.
old.
I didn't know that building was so old.
He did not know it was that old. How do you not
I
know?
thought it was a fish and chip shop. I don't know how, because that's the lamest excuse you can think of. Because
Yeah,
people
that's-
think that they're going to get away with shit
Right.
by playing dumb.
Ignorance.
That's the reason you go to the Coliseum, because it's old.
Right.
Because it's old, yeah.
Oh, I thought this was the new Coliseum.
I thought this was the LA Coliseum.
Right. Hello, Governor. I thought this was erected in 1974. That's why all the buildings are trash.
Yeah.
Well, that's dumb. I hope that he gets his. Was it like 6 years in jail? They're going to give him 5
Yeah,
years, 5 or 6 years.
He's trying to go for the fine, which is still like 15 grand
Wow, 15 grand in British money,
and
or
1,500
grand in
euros.
Roman money.
It's still-
15,000. 15,000. Yeah, 15,000 euros.
Good. I hope it's 3 times that.
2 and 5 years, and be fined. Oh, he
Good.
could get both of them.
Good. I hope he gets all of it and more.
Get all of it.
People who do stupid shit need to be punished to teach other stupid people a lesson.
Then they need to make him like
There's no reason for him to do that.
the little fuck boy on Spartacus.
He's little as Dickus.
He's little as Dickus. Biggest.
Right, go
Dickus.
forward. Go forward, little as Dickus. But go forward and turned around backwards. Well, that is something, all right. Poor guy.
When
What an idiot. Why would you, like, who does that, though? Who carves their name into stuff now?
Yeah, you don't see nobody else's name up there. Why you don't put yours up there?
Well, that's probably because he's got little as dickus. And he's
First.
like, yeah, right. He's like, I did it, and then I carved it, and then I did a TikTok dance.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
He was flossing.
Dude, these TikTok dances are killing me. But that has nothing to do with it. So, all right, that was Fredline News, sponsored by
Fredline
Bang
News.
Bro.
Bang, bro.
That's why Alan hasn't said anything, because he's got that effect on. He doesn't want to say anything else.
That's right.
Hey.
Freddie.
Well, Fred.
How are you, Freddie?
See, we should have got what we should have done for the 100th episode is get all of our old best buddies in to visit us, but it didn't work out that way. However, Fred, we do have another sponsor that's other than Bang Bros for this segment. Yeah, that's right. Tonight's episode, or tonight's segment of Fredline News and the BLC podcast is brought to you by Hearth Vader, Fireplaces and Patios. Summer's here, folks, and it's hotter than a bantha's tit. So why not get our dedicated team to start building you the patio of your dreams? We know that summer storms can come on at any second, so all of our patios come equipped with retractable covers that can stand up to any weather. They're real troopers, real storm troopers. And with winter right around the corner, don't let your house be colder than the ice planet of Hoth. Instead, visit Hearth Vader, Fireplaces and Patios. Our prices are so low, you'll swear they've been frozen in carbonite. Come in and order 66 things.
Order 66.
Order 66 of them. And then I just add one more, syphilis.
Syphilis.
That's all. I couldn't figure out how to put that in there, but I was like, that's a good pun. So that's that. I enjoyed it. Syphilis, Alan. Syphilis. Think about it. Think about it. It's a thinker.
Yeah.
On your drive home, you'll be like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
It's like syphilis.
Yeah. But not.
All right. Well, we're almost done with the 100th episode, but we would be remiss if... What?
Remorse.
I don't know what that word means. But it's time, Fred and Alan, and I'll just give you guys a heads up. You can see I'm wearing my business attire today. Ooh. Yep, very businessy. Yeah, that's right. I turned the light on so you guys can see it because now it's business time, baby.
It's business time.
Time to break it down right now. Time
What
to
kind of business
call
we're
business
talking about
time. Yeah. Management has requested that I run through, and you guys remember management from episode 8. They've been around a while. They pretty much left us alone. Has asked me to run through your employee evaluation forms and just let you know what's going on. So we'll just do them both at the same time.
I don't like
So
this.
we have unacceptable, needs improvement. Yeah, performance reviews. Needs improvement, meet expectations, or exceeds expectations. And I'm going to let you guys grade yourselves.
Oh.
So, and then I will compare it to what management has provided me. So, Fred and Alan, how do you feel the quality of your work is?
Exceeds.
Yeah, exceeds, yeah.
Management needs improvement on both.
What?
So, yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's what they said. Attendance and punctuality. Do you report for work on time? Provide advance notice in need of absence?
Yeah, of course.
No,
Right.
both
If
unacceptable.
I'm late, I'm gonna let you know. What?
It says unacceptable. This is management. This is not me. You call me and tell me, or you text me and tell me, and then they said, no, you don't text them. You don't send it to the satellite. What about your reliability or dependability? Do you consistently perform at a high level, manage time and workload effectively to meet responsibilities? No, you don't.
Of course. Yeah. What?
Absolutely, we do. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Come
Need
on.
improvement. Need
This-
improvement.
No.
All right. Well, you guys, I think we can all agree that this one is definitely management's dead on this one. Judgment and decision making.
Yeah.
Do you make thoughtful, well-reasoned decisions, exercise good judgment and resourcefulness and creativity and problem solving? Needs improvement.
What?
No.
Needs improvement.
I don't like where this is going, Freddie.
There's only a few more. Don't worry. It'll be short is what I'm being told.
We
They're
ain't
in
had
my
one
ear
of
right
these
now.
in the whole 2 years.
No, 100. They wanted to wait 100 episodes for you to get. They'll really give it to you.
This is bullshit.
So what about your
this is
initiative and flexibility? Do you demonstrate initiative? No, we all know this one's
I
not.
know we initiatize.
Okay, what about cooperation and teamwork? How's that?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're a team.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. What?
What about the knowledge of your position? Do you have any knowledge of your position?
Okay, I'll give him that.
I'll
I
give
don't
him
know
average on that
computers.
one.
I
Average,
don't
need
know
improvement.
computers.
Need
And
improvement.
overall, your overall ranking is unacceptable.
No, I'm a
Employee-
solid 8.
Nope.
Yeah.
Employee is unable or unwilling to perform required duties according to the company standards. Immediate improvement must be demonstrated. And you didn't know this, but according to them, this show, tonight's show, was your last chance. And gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to get your shit and get out of here. Your time on the Black Lincoln Collective podcast is over.
Well, you
Now, this is
can't
not me
fire
saying this. This is not me saying it. This
You
is
can't
management
fire
saying it.
me.
No,
You can't.
No,
you
you have to
can't,
sign this
man.
paper.
No.
I'm not signing shit.
It says sign the paper. It
I'm
says
not
sign the paper.
signing. I
Get
sign
outta
it
here.
with.
Fuck you.
I sign it with a shit streak when I wipe my ass.
That's fine. You do whatever you got to do. Our legal department is already drawing up extra. We're suing you, apparently.
Fine. That's you suing
Yeah,
me.
you're getting fined. You're getting fined. Yep.
You'll never take my.
You're getting fined because you
my
never
sneezes-
signed up for our Patreon.
my sneezes tapestry.
You know what? Fuck you.
Oh, so mean.
You made it
Well-
out and leave.
Oh well, fuck him. He doesn't work here anymore. So,
Well, what about me?
well, I don't know. Ask management. Management, can you hear Fred begging for his job?
I can't. You can't fire me.
I don't get paid.
I don't get paid
Oh,
enough.
uh-oh. There's the management guys.
Who are
on
these
the-
guys?
On the line. That's management, dude. Look at their cool sunglasses and their pop collars. Can you guys
it
hear
looks
us?
like we're being managed by like Wall Street guys from the 80s.
Yeah, by Wolf of Wall Streets.
Look at
But
this
they
guy.
apparently aren't going to speak, and so that'll be good for them. Oh, it's weakness.
See?
If you
And-
speak first, you lose the power in the meeting, is what they said.
Oh,
So we've been talking for an hour and 13 minutes, and they're just
So
gonna
we're
sit there
done.
quietly. It's very
Management.
intimidating. I don't know if they have.
Okay,
Oh, there we go.
oh,
we've been
you
listening
finally
to what
figured
you're
it out.
saying. Freddie,
Yeah.
that review was for Matt. It was not for you or Alan.
Oh, I'm fired.
Pack your shit. You're fired.
Uh-oh.
Fine. Fuck you both. Fuck you, Fred. Fuck you, management. Fuck you, Alan. Snoop.
I
You're
didn't
cool.
do it. I didn't do it. You.
You know what,
Snoop's all right.
Fred? You're
Yeah.
fired too.
Oh.
What?
Yep, you're both fired. Bye. Get out. Leave now.
Well, fuck.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
You're gonna have to kick me off of here.
Do we have to return our Black Lincoln Collective
Oh.
cock rings?
Yes.
Okay. Damn it.
Return them now.
Here's mine. It's so little. It's so stupid. Oh my god. I'm just glad that the devil didn't come visit this week, honestly, after episode 100. That's the main thing. Well, Fred, it's nice knowing you, buddy.
Yeah, man. I'll see you next gig.
Oh, shit. Too late. We spoke too soon.
Hello, guys. How's it going?
He didn't
Hey,
get
Zane.
fired.
Have we fulfilled our end of the bargain that we made?
He's made a fire. You're supposed to be the first one to get fired.
Hey, Freddie. I heard it's the 100th episode. How are you?
It is 100.
100 episodes.
100, baby.
I'm saying, did we do our part for our contract, Satan? Now that you've made us ultra rich and famous?
Yes. Yes.
I feel like maybe you dropped the ball on this one, devil.
Yeah.
I did not drop no balls.
He's waiting on the paperwork to go through.
Yeah, right. He's like, management has to
Bunch
sign.
of red
It
tape.
wasn't notarized. There's no notaries in hell.
Because, Freddie,
Yep.
Oh, finally. He said it. He just came out and said it finally.
Well,
I want
After all these
everybody to
years.
know
one of y'all, somebody has to do it.
I had to let everybody know in the 100th episode.
Somebody had to do it.
I love you, Freddie.
Oh. See, look at that. It's heartwarming way to end
Yes,
this
Freddie.
episode.
I feel
feel
a
feelings.
tingling thing inside of me. It goes tingle, 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 tingle.
Everybody don't. It's tingling. He's tingling, Fred. For
I'm
you.
tingling for you, Freddie.
I'm out of
Enjoy
here.
that. All right. Well,
You guys are funny.
Oh, Mike Tyson's
This is
there.
crazy.
Hey,
I just wanted to get on and say, happy 100, guys. You guys,
glad I don't do any characters.
I'm glad
It's just me.
you guys are here and doing your thing. Eat my Wheaties. Eat
Thank
mine.
you, Mike Tyson.
Eat it. Just eat the things.
This is going to be a shit show. It's
Go
already a shit
ahead.
show. Now, Mike Tyson, are you acquainted with our friend, Detachable Robot Penis?
Oh
who's
no,
apparently also crashed?
that's the robot penis guy. I gotta get out of here.
He's
Okay.
detachable.
Guys.
Hey, DRP.
Parker.
Thank you for coming to our 100th episode.
I heard you had to return your cock ring.
I did.
All right.
My child's small size cock ring. Is that Morgan Freeman?
That is terrible, Matthew. You have a tiny cock ring, and
It's true.
you
I'm so
should
glad no one's going to
grow
listen to this.
your penis, Matt
I'll do my
Parker.
best, Morgan.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Shawshank you with my
Oh,
detachable robot penis.
You're talking about Shawshanking people now. Oh,
That's right.
they're speaking my language.
All right. Well, it's been 100 episodes, ladies and gentlemen. Who the fuck is that? Oh, Steve. And now Steve from Pop Culture Pros is on. Do you want to do an impression of him? Oh, Jesus.
I want to congratulate you on your 100th
Thank you,
episode.
Steve. Thank you so much.
You guys did
Thank
a great
you.
job.
I feel like it's going to be our last episode on Pop Culture
It
Pros.
probably is.
And Flash Fuckface has been this as well. So, all right, guys. Well, I think we're going to get out of here. We will be back, hopefully, for episode number 101.
101.
Next
It's gonna
week-ish.
have a bunch of Dalmatians on it.
That's
No, we're
it's the
not.
puppy dog episode. So Alan's dog keeps eating his Ethernet cable, so we'll just do an hour of that.
The
So,
Ethernet.
well, thank you guys. Seriously, through 100 episodes, it's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of laughs and a lot of love. Not monetarily, but in other
Yep.
ways.
Just love.
So follow
But
the show, tweet us, rate us, share us, let everybody know that we can do this for at least 6 or 7 more episodes before we give up. And we'll see you guys next week on the new edition. Did you say B? Oh, yeah. Okay. On the new edition, the new version of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, which is going to sound exactly like the old one. Yes. So just get ready for that. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Good
Maybe I'll see
night.
you later.
Boop. He's just gonna keep doing it. I like that he couldn't get a sound that's like more than one person partying. Like,
Yeah, it's just like one
Just
party.
one.
Well, that's basically it. It's just one person partying, our one
does.
listener.